part two. So after the doctor said, that he didn't care, and you know, they didn't worry about passing me through the MRI or the CAT scan, and they didn't worry about what they did to me. You know, I blacked out. I think I blacked out again. And I heard the doctors. It's like I blacked out, but I could still hear. And I was listening to the doctors, talk about how I was going, and how, they need to call my family, and they need to come to see about me and stuff. So what they did was they called my dad, and they called my brother and my sister. I could recall Sasha and DeMarcus coming at the hospital with my daddy. So they all was over my body. I was in the bed. They thought I was gone. They all was over my body talking. Now, I hear my brother telling them she's adopted and giving them a whole nother name that's, to my understanding, not even my name. So they give them a whole nother name that's my real name. You understand? My real name that they've been keeping away from me. So I found out, and I exposed it. This is everything that I have exposed that they try to make seem was a lie. I found out it was all the truth. So I'm listening, but they think that, I'm not there, like I'm gone. I'm listening. That's it. So I'm really adopted. Like it's all coming to me. Everything. Like everything that we exposed was all the truth, and it's like, damn. Like I couldn't believe it. Like this is something that we just, we man, I don't even know how to explain it. It was just something that was just coming to us, but to actually hear it and to know that everything you were saying is, even though, we wouldn't say lies, but to actually hear it, what I'm saying is mind-blowing. And it was mind-blowing for me. I heard, my brother telling the doctors who I was, and they gave them another name, and they also gave the police another name. They said a name, and I was trying to catch it, but I couldn't really hear what name it was. But it was a whole different name, like a foreign name, And I'm like, so am I even from Louisiana? Am I from another country? Because this name is not a name that people have here. You know what I'm saying? I never heard. I'm like, dang. Wow. Wow. And it was just, all the truth was coming out. Like everything they were saying, because they, thought I was gone. So all the truth was coming out, and I'm just listening. And when they came around me trying to touch me, I got up. Because now I'm feeling some type of way, and I could have still played it off, but I didn't. No, I didn't want to. So now And I'm like, you know, hmm, I'm feeling a whole another type of way. And I'm like, these people lied to me my whole life. Everything been a lie. Every single thing that they say been a lie. You know, so y'all just been trying to take me out for my physical inheritance and spiritual inheritance. And that's everything that I expose. I've been exposing it. But I actually found out it was the truth. It came out their own mouth. And I found out that I was adopted. That came out their own mouth too. I was like, mind blown. I'm like, so then you start thinking, that's why they've been treating me the way they've been treating me. That's why I went through what I went. You know, you start to think all kind of things. And I'm like, I can't believe this, you know. And I would have never thought that I was adopted. That's not something that just run across your mind. I would have never thought that. You know, I know that, you know, my wife exposed it and I also exposed it. But I would have never thought that. I don't know how to say it. I just, wow. And you know, when I popped up, the girl was like, she was one of the nurses. When I popped up, she was like, "What we gonna tell everybody? What we gonna do?" She up, like she was shocked. She was, you know, it's like, what we gonna tell everybody? Then she started talking to all the doctors started talking to each other. All the ones that was working on me, they started talking to each other. We gotta do something. This is what they say. This was at Lafayette General. We gotta do something. She up. They say, look, she up. Nah, I'm white. All the doctors looking at me through the door. All the doctors looking at me. And this is all facts. All the doctors looking at me. What we gonna do? What we gonna do? Because I told y'all, they took my blood. They took my fingernails. They was cutting my hair. The paramedics did it, and they did it, along with the cops. They all was doing dirty things to me. What we gonna do? You know why they say what we gonna do? Because she's still here. The girl said, if people find out, then they close the door where I couldn't hear. If people find out what y'all did to me, what? Man, people need to know the truth of what's really going on in this world, of what's really going on. People need to know about these doctors, these cops. People need to know about all these officials that's supposed to be here to help us, but they actually hurting us in the process. People need to know the truth about every single thing. And that's why I'm on here and I'm speaking my truth. It doesn't matter what comes my way. I'm ready for whatever that comes my way. I will speak my truth. I will be heard. I will be felt. And I will be seen. No matter how y'all try to block me, I will be heard. And people will know what was done to me and what is going on with me. we're gonna go to part 3 because